totally hit my hat. As I wait, I just totally hit my hat. Hello, everyone. My name is Vel here at Science Her Way, and welcome back to my universe. Today is our 8th day doing the Hour of Code event. Wow, 8 days already. Now, we didn't do Sunday last Sunday, but hopefully this Sunday we'll be doing Khan Academy. I did get the okay. So yeah, welcome back, everyone. Like I said, this is the 8th day, and today we're doing Classic Maze. Now, those who have not been here through all, other 7 days, then this is the Hour of Code event. This is the time where, I forgot the official name, but it's code.org, and it is computer science. I don't know if it's like association, but basically they celebrate the people who get to do coding. So it's just a whole celebration of allowing students who are in public schools to do programming, and that way everyone can have access to programming, and even people at homeschools like me. So yeah, in celebration of that, I decided that every day I'm going to be streaming on one type of Hour of Code. Now, originally it was just going to be Hour of Code.org, but Ozabot came and started Khan Academy, and they sent me, the newsletter email saying, "Hey, since Hour of Code Week, we have our own Hour of Codes for you." And I was like, well, if I'm doing the whole thing celebrating this, it would be wrong of me not to do those as well. So I have done about 2 to 3 of the Ozabot ones. The other ones, I'm wondering how to do those still. We may just not do those. I might just record those. It might be easier for me to record it than it is to live stream it, if that makes sense. We may do it, or you all at home can do it yourselves and tweet at me what you have made so I can see what it looks like and see what you've all done. And not just for Ozabot, but if you do Khan Academy or code.org as well. And I know that there might be some coding apps on Google Play, maybe the Apple Store, that are participating in the Hour of Code. If there are, let me know, and I may have to stream on those as well, or possibly record on that. We'll see. And if you do something on there, then please let me know. I love seeing your creations, whether it is 3D, 2D, in games, or it's some science related, whether it's experiments or coding like this. And I love interacting with you all when it comes to any of those categories I just mentioned. I love talking to people. Even though I'm an introvert and I sometimes overthink about socializing, I do love sharing and discussing information about those categories, because it's what I'm interested in. So I think that's it. Everything should be running. Let me just type a message real quick to make sure. Yeah, but how are you all doing today? I hope you're all having a fantastic day, or a steam-tastic day, or STEM. I don't know how to say it properly. I was going to try to mix STEM and awesome, because it's basic. It's just the S-T-E. Awesome's already there, so STEM awesome. I don't know. Steam awesome. Steamsome. I don't know. I tried. Anyway. So yeah, everything looks like it is working. Yay. And I posted it to my social media platforms, and I dropped something. Let me pick that up. There we go. Alright. And my mannequin is here again. I still don't have a name for my mannequin because I've forgotten a little about naming it, but it's alright. So, and no one's noticed the thing I've been doing in my streams. There's always been one thing consistent in my streams. And no, it's not the programming. Yes, that is consistent, but it's not the programming. No one has pointed out to me there's something I'm always doing every stream, even the ones that maybe I missed. Oh, I actually didn't miss anything. No, I haven't. But every single stream, from day 1 to day today, I've done something consistent, and no one's pointed it out yet. Well, then again, no one's been here since day 1. Like, people who came day 1 didn't come the rest of the days, or things like that. I've been getting new people, or no people through these streams, so I don't even know if anyone was even there for the streams to notice what I've been doing. But if you're watching these on YouTube and you've been following this whole time, let me know what I'm talking about, because I know what I'm talking about, but I'm surprised no one's noticed it. I thought it was funny, but no one's noticed it. I still plan to continue to do it, but no one's noticed it, and I'm kind of saddened by it. I thought for sure someone might notice it, like, "Hey, wait a second, you're doing this." I'm like, "Yeah, I was." Nope. That's okay. There is still time, because, let me turn this down, I just started playing something and it was like really loud in my ear. So, Not only are we doing Classic Maze today, tomorrow, on Wednesday, we are doing Infinity Play Lab. Then on Friday, we are doing the regular Play Lab. Saturday may be the Ocelot stuff, it may not. I'm edging towards, I did technically do some, and they might be just the ones I have to do by myself, not stream or record it. It just depends. So I'm not sure. If you all really want me to do the other Ocelot ones that will require me to download stuff and move to the Playroom, then let me know. You have to send me a tweet saying, I want you to do more Ocelot Hour of Code. You have to send me a tweet. You have to go to my YouTube channel and let me know in the comments below, or send me a message on YouTube. What else am I on? I'm on player.me. Send me a message on player.me if I allow that. I'm not sure. But basically anything I'm on where I can see a message or notification that someone has sent me a message or comment or something, whatever I'm on that you can send a message to, go there and tell me, say, hey, I want you to do more Ocelot Hour of Code. And if I get enough people, then I'll do it Saturday. Just at the moment, it might just be easier to not stream record it, but still do it just on my own. Just depends. And then Sunday, we are definitely doing Khan Academy. There'll be 3 streams that day, since Khan Academy also has 3 different hour codes, kind of like Minecraft did. So we'll be doing 3 streams that day. And we'll start at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is MST. That is 2 hours behind Eastern Standard Time. And you can always just go look it up where we are, say, convert MST to whatever your time zone is. So yeah, and that should, wait. Oh, I skipped Friday for last week because I said Wednesday is Infinity Play Lab, Thursday is the regular Play Lab, Friday is the artist one, and then Saturday is a toss-up where you guys have to comment and say stuff, and Sunday is the Khan Academy, and that would be it, unless something in like the next couple of days of this comes to send me an email in the newsletter saying, hey, we've just allowed an hour of code, you can start here, go to this link. If I get a newsletter from something or I see it somewhere, then this may continue on. Hopefully it won't, I say hopefully for me because I do have to do some other stuff besides streaming, and at the moment streaming is taking a little bit of my time. So I say hopefully for me, not hopefully for you all, but hopefully for me, no one comes up and says, hey, we have another hour of code, and I won't be streaming the whole month of every day of December, because I've pretty much streamed every day of this December almost. I just missed last Saturday, and I didn't do the first, second, or third, but every day I've streamed except for last Sunday. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully for me, I won't stream like every day this whole month, but if it's an hour code and you're all enjoying it, then I will do it. I just might start doing it earlier or later. Just depends, because you can see it started later today. I usually start at 2 or 3, and it is now 5. So I started a little later than I usually do. So yeah. And let's see, yesterday only took us 36 minutes, so hopefully Classic Maze will actually be an hour. Yeah, and some of you may say, well, if you have stuff you need to do, then why don't you just stream more of these hour codes in a day? I really like having the different hour of codes every day, because that means that for those people who, oh, hang on, I need to pause it because I'm talking for a second here. It means that for the people who couldn't participate in that code, and I'm not sure why they couldn't, because one, it's free and everyone can get on, but some people have poor internet, some people might not even have internet or a computer or whatever. I'm not sure if you can do this on mobile. By the looks of it, you could do some of this on mobile, but like I said, I'm not sure. So for people who maybe couldn't participate in the hour of code, or was not sure how they could do it, or they were just hesitant about it since I didn't know code, then they can come and watch my streams every day and see what it's all about. And I'm doing all the hour of codes that I know of. So I'm not going to go looking for them, not at the moment anyway. Once I start, like, after Khan Academy, then maybe I'll go look for more and see if I can stream some more. If not, then we'll go back to some art streams. But yeah, so this is why I wanted to do it every day, so everyone who want to see an hour of code, or the other reasons I mentioned, they could come and watch the hour codes on my channel. I can come explain stuff. I can explain not only the coding concepts, but other concept we're doing in. For example, right now we're doing Angry Birds. So I don't know anything about Angry Birds, but let's say I did, I can explain, hey, this is happening because this happens in the game, this is why it makes sense this way. So things like that. And I love getting questions about some of the things I'm doing in coding, in my art, and in some of my games as well. So yeah, and plus the people who couldn't make it some days. So having it every day means that people who couldn't make it Monday, they can make it Friday, or things like that. And I don't steer in time zones, but yeah, maybe I should. But the time for when I get more people is usually between 1 to 3. Well, it's more like in between 2 to 6. So yeah. Anyway, enough rambling. I've been rambling for 12 minutes. Well, I wasn't rambling. I was giving important info, but I was talking a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic and watch this because I don't want to, YouTube be like, you played audio that's not yours in your video. We're gonna take the video down. I want to make sure everyone can watch this video on my YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/scienceherway. So that way people who missed the days or even missed the whole entire 2 weeks I did this can go back and watch the streams. Even like, a couple years later after the era of code is over, it's not even the same month for it, they can still watch it. So that's why I'm not playing audio in my stream. I don't want to have this video taken down at all. Plus, it is on Mixer, but that gets taken down after 14 days. YouTube is forever unless I take it down myself. So, yeah. So I'm going to mute my mic, and that should be it. All right, so basically, we are trying to get the pigs who have stolen our eggs. We are a bird, by the way, and that's basically really the whole premise of Angry Birds. The green pigs have stolen our eggs, and we're trying to attack them and get our eggs back. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it says a maze. At the moment, it's not a maze because we're learning the basics, but as you can see, we have a lot of lessons to go through. So this may actually be an hour stream and not like a really short stream. Let's hope so. So, can you help me catch the naughty pig? Stack a couple of move forward blocks together and press run until we get there. So here's where we can run our program. It may be hidden by my webcam. It is hidden by my webcam, but it is right here, I promise you. So, over here we have our blocks, and I forgot to mention that the code language we're going to be using is JavaScript, but it is going to be in a Blockly form. And Blockly is basically just, it's still code, but you're dragging and dropping it. And this language is JavaScript, and apparently there are some other languages. I've only seen one that's not JavaScript, but mainly it's JavaScript because it's the most universal language to get into when you're first starting out to program. It's the easiest one for beginners. If you've never programmed before, it's the easiest. So of course we we are moving forward, and this is one block. So there's no grids here, but one way to tell is this one square. So when we hit move forward, we move forward this one square. That's one way to tell. Then we can hit move forward again, and here in this workspace, let's close this. This tells us how many blocks we technically need to finish this. So let's say I had 4. That means I have an unnecessary block in my code, meaning that I can complete it in only 3 blocks. Now, keep in mind, it is including the when run block. So it says 1 out of 3. It's because it's including the when run block, and you can't move that, I don't think. No, you can't. So you kind of want to just not worry about that one block it's taken up. And here if I show code, it's still JavaScript. And of course, they like to always say, and it's true, is even top universities that teach block-based coding, like Berkeley and Harvard. But under the hood, the blocks you have assembled can also be shown in JavaScript, the world's most widely used coding language. Hey Mom, yes, this is Angry Bird. Good job! But yeah, this is Angry Bird. So we hit run, we're going to move forward 1 square, we're going to move forward again, and we have destroyed the pig. Now sadly, the pig does not drop an egg like I wished it would, but it's okay. But you know, it's fine. I'll live. It won't, but I will. And as always, everyone, make sure you ask questions, whether it is in the live stream or it is on my YouTube channel or even on Twitter. Don't be afraid to ask me questions about what I'm doing. I love answering questions and interacting with you all. And don't worry, I'm an introvert too, so if you're an introvert trying to contact me, I totally understand. I'll probably even be an introvert about writing you back a little bit, so don't worry. So we're going to move forward 3 times, and it says right here, this pig is ruffling my feathers. Pun. Help me to find him. I don't know if that's grammatically correct. Help me to find him. It doesn't sound right. Sorry about the blinking. I have the healthy browsing app, and it helps you keep your posture straight. Remember to drink water and stretch after sitting for a long time, which I always do. And apparently when we look at screens of any sorts, whether it's on computer or your tablet or your Game Boy or heck Game Boy or DS or whatever, we blink a lot less. So this reminds me, the Healthy Browsing Chrome extension, this reminds me to blink when I need to. So it says every 30 minutes, I believe. So my eyes are getting the proper water that they need. Trace the path and lead me to the silly pig. Avoid TNT or the feathers will fly. Yeah, we're going to avoid TNT. So we're going to move forward again, and we're going to turn right. Now, those who have been here for the first day know how I like to explain turning right or left. Those who have not, let me explain it to you. Because sometimes, for example, and remember my camera is mirrored, I can't change that sadly, so when I point left, it looks like right for you all watching, but for me in real life, it is left. So either mirror it in your mind or just do it in real life with me. So sometimes it can get a little confusing when you're pointing left, you know it's left, you point right, it's right. But whenever you're rotating, it can be a little confusing which way you're supposed to turn when you're rotating things. So the way I like to remember is using the clock method. It's not an actual method, but I'm calling it a method because it is a method for me. But the clock method is basically, if you look at an analog clock is basically, usually it is a circle. It can be other shapes, but usually, standardly, it is a circle. That is the clock that has all the numbers in a circle, with the hands moving as well. So when you do clockwise, it's the usual times we count time. You know, it goes from 10 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 and all the way around. Because that's how we count time. You know, at 3 o'clock, school's let out for some of you. Some might be early, some might be later. I don't know. I'm homeschooled. I have no idea. So, but yeah, so when you count, even on a digital clock, it's still the same time, it's just it's not displayed in a circle. So, clockwise is going from 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 and going this way. That's clockwise. That's actually the rotation of going right. If you take your left hand in real life or your right arm, take your left arm or your left hand in real life And I want you to point it straight up to the ceiling, or just straight up. You want to be outside for all I know. Just point it straight up above you, basically. And then I want you to do is just place it flat. So go from a vertical line or vertical position to a horizontal position, which is straight across instead of up and down. So do you know what you just did? You went from 12 o'clock, from 1 to 2 to 3 o'clock. And you rotated right. That's clockwise. Counterclockwise is the exact same thing, but with your right hand. And that's when the clock hands go from 12 to 11 to 10 to 9. So 10, 11, 10, 9. And we actually don't count time like this at all, because then after 9 is 8 and 7. So we don't count time like this. So it's counterclockwise because it's backwards, and we don't use it like that. So, but yeah. So, and that's turning leftwards. So when you're rotating left, you are going from 12 to 11 to 10 to 9. And like I said, that's counterclockwise. So whenever you have to rotate, just think, am I rotating clockwise or counterclockwise? And you can even think about, like, what do I have here? I have a tablet. Okay, I'm going to use my tablet. If I want to rotate my tablet from a vertical standpoint to a horizontal, then I want to rotate it. It depends on which way. If I rotate it, clockwise, I do it this way. Because I'm taking the corner and I'm turning it clockwise like a clock, right? But then if I want to go back to the vertical, I have to go counterclockwise, which is this way. So that's how you remember it. So just kind of picture in your mind, whatever you're trying to rotate, think about how it would turn. So even though in the Angry Birds maze over here, we are looking at it from the front of the face, think about it as if you were on the top view, if you're looking on top down on it. So take the beak of the bird, for example, and you're looking on, from the top of it. So take my hat as a beak, right? So you're on the camera right here, and you're watching above me. So you can't see my face, you just see the top of my hat. And I'm going to try this real quick, right? So imagine you're looking top down from where you're watching me, okay? So when you want the bird to turn, just think about which way you want to turn. Well, there's a corner next, so I want to turn this way. Which way did you turn? So for me, I turned, what would it be? I turned counterclockwise, but for you it's mirrored, but trust me, I turned counterclockwise, and now I can move forward, right? And if I turn the other way, wait. I think I have it backwards. Give me a second. Okay, so this way is counterclockwise, if I go that way. And if I turn this way, this is clockwise. It looks a little weird because my hat is turned a certain way, but think about it that way. Just picture the bird in your mind, top-down view, like I just showed with my hat. And that should help you kind of remember as well. Not just the clockwise or the clock method, but picture when you're thinking, okay, the corner is here, and which way would you turn in real life? You turn clockwise. And when you're rotating right here, our clockwise here is a 90 degrees. In some programs on code.org, you can determine how far you turn. It can be 90 degrees, 120 degrees, 45 degrees, but here it's always consistent. We can't change how much we turn. It's always just a 90 degrees and always a negative 90 degrees for a counterclockwise turn. Right, so does that make sense? Does that help everyone understand? So we're going to go ahead and we turned clockwise, and now we're going to move forward, and we hit run, and this should be correct. See? So hopefully that helped everyone understand. I hope so anyway. And if it didn't, please let me know. I'll try to find another way to explain it or go over it again slowly. I tend to talk fast, so please let me know if I talk way too fast. Or if I'm not explaining something in enough detail. Alright, guide me to the green evilness. Watch out for TNT. So we do want to... I was playing music and all of a sudden just started. I was like, what is that? Okay. So, we do want to move forward, and then this time, which way we're turning. Can anyone tell me which way we're going to turn? And remember, it's a rotation, so it's not just a straight turn, it's for rotating. So can anyone tell me which way are we rotating? And if you're watching this not live, it's the past live stream, the live stream has ended, go ahead and leave your comment down below. I still want to hear your answer. Just make sure you tell me what lesson we're on. Because you could leave a comment saying, oh, we turned right. I'll be like, okay, but which lesson was it? So either put down the timestamp of where we are or where you are in the video, or say what lesson we're on. For example, we're on lesson 4. So let me know in the comments below, and even you live, what lesson we're on and where we have to turn. So people live don't have to do the lesson thing, but people who are watching in the past have to tell me in the comments what lesson we're on and which way we have to turn. So I'll wait for the answer. I'll just wait a little bit for some who want to either think about it or they're typing it. And plus there might be a delay for some people watching, so I'll wait a little. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the answer in here, but it's okay. Like I said, people in the comments can go ahead and leave your answer. So we need to turn counterclockwise. If you said left or a negative 90 degrees, that still would have been correct. But yes, so we are turning counterclockwise. Then we're moving forward, and now which way do we have to turn? Anyone want to tell me which way we have to turn? Again, in the comments, the lesson and what will we have to turn? I expect your answers. It's not going to be graded, don't worry, but and if you don't know, that's okay. This is a whole learning process. And when you're first doing this, if you've never done cutting before, you don't have to always know the answer first try. It is, like I said, trial and error. It's about learning. No one who was like very successful knew how to do everything from the start. They had to learn along the way. It was trial and error. So the answer is clockwise. And then we just move forward again. Isn't that awesome? So we hit run. This should be correct. Look at that. And if any of you want to participate along with me, not just in the hour of code. I thought I heard someone. Anyway, not just in the hour of code, but also in this live stream, then you can do so by going to code.org and finding either the Angry Bird hour of code or whatever hour of code you want to do, and depending on which stream you're watching, that hour of code. Okay. All right. I hit continue. And I meant to check how many lessons we have. And I've been streaming for 30 minutes, and I did start talking a lot for 10 minutes, so yeah. We have 20 lessons, all right. This is what I like, a hour of code or lesson with a lot of different mini lessons in it. And just scoot up. Keep calm and help me to find the bad pig. I don't think keep calm and help me find that. Yeah, the 2 doesn't need to be there. Otherwise, I might get angry. I see what you did there. So we need to turn clockwise. You could turn counterclockwise, but you'd have to do it more times than what is necessary. So it is clockwise, move forward, and then counterclockwise. Say it with me, counterclockwise. Say, oh, you don't have enough, I'm sorry. You can say it in your mind with me. So we're going to turn left, and now I'm going to say it here, but I bet you think I had a streak temporarily where I would say, oh, we could use this block here if we had it, but we don't. So now I'm saying, oh, we could use it to do, this, and then next lesson we would get it. So I'm going to do it again because it is relevant, and I could be wrong. Maybe we won't get next lesson. We may get the lesson after that. But when we get here, you can see that we're going to move forward 1, 2, 3 times, right? So we have to put in 3 blocks. But what we could use if we had it is a loop, or in this case, a repeat block. A repeat block basically tells the computer a certain function that we want it to repeat multiple or thousands and millions and billions of times. And the great thing is the computer won't get tired of it. It just does it all the time. So we would use a repeat block and say, we would take these, remove them, and we put a repeat block above this move forward block, and we would say, I want you to repeat this move forward block 3 times. And it would do the same thing as just doing these move forward blocks that we just did. Same thing. And I bet you will get it next lesson. I could be wrong, but I bet you will get it next lesson. So move forward, and we're going to turn counterclockwise. And then we're going to move forward, and that should be it. Now we're going to hit run and see if we got it correct. It's okay if we didn't, but let's just see. Yes! We did it! Alright! And then I didn't mean to hit replay, I meant to say show code. So here's the JavaScript underneath. Still pretty simple, right? And you basically already know how to do this. It's kind of like riding a bike. When you first ride a bike, you have training wheels. And then you might have your training wheels longer, you might have them on for longer than what you actually need, because you'll start balancing yourself and your training wheels won't even be touching the ground after a while. And then once you take your training wheels off, it's no different because you've been doing it the whole time. The only difference is you can't, lean and expect something to be easier to catch you. But most times you don't need to. So it's kind of like riding a bike, because after a while you don't need training wheels. So same thing here. You've been doing blogging for a long time, and when you move to JavaScript, it's still pretty much the same thing. You just have to learn a little bit about semicolons and parentheses, and you learn more about functions and variables and things like that. So you've already been doing it the whole time. We're gonna hit reset and we're gonna hit run again. Yes, I like the puzzle. Hit next. Oh, there is, nope, don't talk. It is! We're getting repeat loops. Like I said, last lesson I was saying, I'm probably going to repeat block lessons. I probably shouldn't explain it, but I'm going to anyway. We got a repeat block. I knew it! So I'm going to mute my microphones. I'll play the audio and stream. But yeah. Yep, so that person was just explaining how to use the repeat blocks. And I'm not going to explain it again because I already explained it, and unless someone comes in stream and they weren't here before that, then if you ask me, then yeah, I'll explain it again. But yeah, they were just explaining the exact same thing I was explaining. So we're just going to move forward and repeat it 5 times. And quickly I want to show the code. So I don't know how to explain this part because I really don't know. The only part I do know is these curly brackets. So whenever you have something like this, whether it might be a loop, then what you want to do is have whatever you want it to repeat multiple times to have it inside the curly brackets, because the computer knows to run whatever inside the curly brackets multiple times. Anything outside, the computer will only run once. So do remember that. Well, when you're doing the text. Right now we're just dragging and dropping, so we don't have to worry about that. And now we hit run. There we go. Hope everyone's enjoying this so far. I know I am. Try to get me to the green intruder using only 3 blocks. That's not hard. Using only 3 blocks. Okay, if they're counting the when run block, then understandable. But, oh no, I see why. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I was like, this is really easy. What are you doing? No. So we are facing the wrong way. We actually need to use one other block outside of the repeat block, and that is the clockwise, or the rotate right block. Because we need to rotate so we're facing the correct direction to get the pig. So we hit run. And what I really love is they have the highlights right here, so it's showing you what the computer is currently reading in the code, which I love that. Because it really helps you understand what the computer is currently running. Yes, you can think about it, but to actually see what it's currently running can really help you understand it better. Help me banish this bad piggy using the fewest number of blocks. Try using more than 1 repeat times block. No problem. So we need to move forward 4 times. Yeah. And then we need to rotate counterclockwise. And then we need to repeat again. We're moving forward this time 5 times. And there you go. We don't need to use any more blocks. There's really no reason to. I wish I could speed this up. Sometimes they have a speed up or slow down dial down here. I may get that next lesson. I don't know if they even have it for this lesson. We will see. I could be wrong. It may not be here at all. Oh, sweet. Alright, so blocks that are gray can't be deleted. Can you solve this puzzle anyway? But yes, I can. So right here, when a block is gray, that means you can't delete it. Solve this puzzle using the repeat block that repeats 3 times. Try putting these 3 blocks inside the gray repeat block. Move, move, turn. Oh, yeah. And we need to rotate clockwise. So we're going to move forward twice and then rotate, move forward twice and then rotate and then move forward twice. It's going to repeat that 3 times. And that's all we need to use. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. It's been 41 minutes and we're on the 10th lesson. Ooh, we have another video. I was not expecting this. I'll have to, oh, I'm going over here. I have to mute my mic and I will see you after the video plays. So in 50 seconds. Alright, so we have a new block. Well, not necessarily new, just changed. So we still have the repeat block, but this time we were telling the computer to repeat until a goal is completed. So right here it says, okay, you try the new repeat until block. It will repeat until I reach the annoying pig. So this is similar to an if and else statement. I've actually explained this a couple times on stream. So an if and else statement, I'll use an analogy for this. So let's see here. I haven't used any other analogies, so I'll just use the same one. So if and else statements, it's kind of like, it's not a recipe, it's more like a function. It's, well, I guess I could just use the analogy. So let's say you're all eating dinner. You, your friends, your family, whoever's there with you, even your pets. So someone like your parents, for this example, they would say, go put up the food, because you're all done eating, you go put up in the fridge. So if there's still food out, then put the food up. So if no statement is basically if this, then do that. So if there's still food on the counter, then put it up. Now then isn't actually in there in the if and else statements. It's just if, and then usually you would drag and drop it, or you type it. And then else is kind of like, okay, well, if it's not there, then what do you do? So else would be go back to your parents and tell them the food's already put up, or there was no leftovers. It depends on which one. So that's what if and else statements are. So through this particular repeat block is similar because we're telling the computer to continue to do the same thing until we reach our goal. Once we reach our goal, the computer can stop. So it's not a if and else statement block, but it's similar in how the computer would kind of go about doing it. Does that make sense? I hope so. So we're just going to move forward until we reach the pig. Okay, one last time for practice. Can you solve this one using only 4 blocks? It's the same thing we just did on lesson 9, I believe, except it's still a repeat block. We're just not telling you how many times to repeat it. We're telling you, yeah, just keep going until you reach the pig. So it's still move forward, move forward, but this time we're rotating counterclockwise and not just clockwise. But it's still the same, we still use the same amount of code. It's just the repeat block is different. I have done the all-time total of 11 lines of code, or 1,111. I'm sorry, this isn't Angry Bird. Now, granted, I didn't say Angry Bird, it's a classic maze, but I'm like, excuse me? Oh, look how cute it is. That's not cute. This is cute. Dear person. Oh, I have to talk like this, really? Really? You gonna have me do my voice acting skills? Okay. Dear person. Me zombie. Me hungry. Must get to sunflower. Can you get me there with only 5 blocks? I didn't have to do the voice. I just wanted to. Repeat until. So we're going to move forward, turn counterclockwise. If I could snap it together. There we go. Move forward, and then turn, not counterclockwise, just regular clockwise. And what is that thing? Oh, these are things that'll probably kill me. I've actually never played Plants vs. Zombies. Never have, so excuse me if I don't know what these things are, and it's very obvious to those of you who have played it. I love the little chibi form. I think that's cute. Not a fan of that. That wasn't necessary. That was not necessary. So unnecessary. Okay, anywho. I did not ask for that. I didn't sign up for that. May I please unsubscribe from that? Okay, this is similar, but slightly different. Can you do it in only 5 blocks? What happened to your zombie speak? Huh? What happened? Anywho. So, repeat until we reach the sunflower. That's probably going to kill me, but we're not going to do that. So, this time we're going to turn clockwise. Then move forward. Then turn counterclockwise. Then move forward. And repeat. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. We've done it. Wait, so these zombies are eating plants and not brains, or human flesh, basically. So these zombies are vegetarian. No, not vegetarian. I meant to say vegan. They're vegan zombies. Yes, vegan zombies. I went vegan in August, so that's why I was like, oh, hey, vegan zombies. All for this. All for vegan zombies. See, vegan zombies and regular people can coexist because they won't try to eat us. I am all for vegan zombies. I'm sorry. Right. So, use the new if block. Oh my gosh, we have an if statement. We don't have an else statement, but we have an if statement. Yes. Use the new if block to let me decide when to turn. Hint, you only need 1 more block, but learn how we set it up so you can do it on, I'm pretty just going to say your own, but it's behind this. Clear to see the code for the program you're making. Your own next time. Yep, I was close. So, we're going to move forward, and if path, we're going to turn left. If path to the left, then we need to turn counterclockwise. And show code. So it looks like this. Now, I like I said, I can't really explain this part, but I know that part a little bit. Now, since I'm saying there's things I can't explain, if you know how to explain it, please let me know either on Twitter, YouTube, or on Discord. Warning though, I am cleaning out and redoing my Discord, so you may not be able to chat in my Discord. You may not be able to do certain things on Discord, and I am restarting it, like I said. So the link is still there, you can still join. That way when my Discord is finally up and running correctly, which will only take me like another day or so, then you can chat and everything. And I am in my own Discord, of course, so if you can't chat my Discord when you join, then you can definitely message me. You can find me there. So, that should be it. So we're going to hit run. And did you see like the little things here? It's trying to detect if there is a path. And the way it does it kind of reminds me of how bats use... Didn't need that in my life. I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of how bats use echolocation. So, for those who don't know, echolocation is basically where bats, I don't know if any other animals can use it, but I know bats can. So, echolocation is basically where a bat will send a certain sound. And I'm not sure if we can hear it, but they send a sound out. And basically, if something is close or in its range, if the sound bounces off of it, it will travel back to the bat, and the bat can determine how far or close something is to it by sending out that sound. So I thought that was pretty cool, though. So the way the zombie was detecting there was left path, just the signals, kind of remind me of echolocation, was my whole point. And I think echolocation is really cool. I mean, so are bats. Bats are cool. Okay, this is just like the last puzzle, but you need to remember how to use the if block and the repeat blocks together. So, let's see. Alright. So we need to turn clockwise here. So let me explain what I'm doing. So of course I'm doing the repeat until we get the flower. I love how it dances even here and here. It's awesome. So we're moving forward, and if there's a path that goes to the right, which would be these, we want to turn to the right. Because we could just say, you know, when there's a path to the right, turn left, do the opposite. Or we could say, make a noise. But we do want, technically we do want to say, go to the left. To the right, I mean, to the right. Because if we say go to the left, then we're heading for a disaster. We're heading for a plant that will eat our faces, a dead end, another thing that will eat our faces. So we're going to do it this way. I think it's pretty safe to guess that at the end of this, we'll be able to make our own classic maze. Hush thing. No, hush. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic, but... yeah. Ice Age. Acorn, acorn, acorn. Use an if block to get me there with the fewest number of blocks. So it's the same thing we were just doing. Move forward. If there was a path to the right, then we want to turn clockwise. Oh, no we don't. We want to go to the left. It confused me because we started over here this time. Usually we always start on the left side, not the right, so that confused me a little, but we caught it. So we want to turn left. Just based on how it faces, we want to turn it left. And that should be it, so we're going to hit run. I don't know what step was. What is that? We're going to reset. What is step? Oh my gosh, this is really cool. This is new to me. So with this, you can basically go through the code one at a time. And you can slowly see how the computer is reading your code. That's too cool. This needs to be in all lessons. Just like the show code one. there should be a show code button, and there should be a way you can switch between showing the code and then actually typing on the code. That should be in all lessons, in my opinion. Especially this part. We're basically going through step by step, showing that, okay, we just did the move forward one, now if we do the next step, it has just detected if there's a path, there's not, so we're not turning left. We're going to repeat this and move forward again. Detect, nothing, move forward. Then we're going to detect, if we do detect something, we're going to rotate. That's really cool. I applaud code.org. I don't know if it's been here all this time, but I personally think in the lessons where you can make something move like this, it needs to be in all lessons. And then there was a lesson I was doing where I could choose between either dragging blocks or typing myself. I also think that should be in all lessons, but that's just me personally. Because it would allow people to not only just move the blocks, but also get used to typing it and using the auto finish as well on that. So I would still keep the show code button, but also make another code where you can switch between dragging the blocks and then just typing it yourselves. And then this step thing definitely needs to be in the hour of codes where you can actually move a character. Like Star Wars and Minecraft, you could do that because this is really helpful. It does have the yellow outline when you just run it yourself or automatically, but this part I think would really help kids learning this as well. I think it's just cooler as well. That is too cool. Yes, I love. Where's the love? I know that's hard, but where is the love part? Show code. Yep, there we go. That's really cool. I applaud, and I approve. Okay, let's do that again for practice. This isn't very difficult, but watch out for the wall. What wall? Watch out for the wall. I'm not seeing a wall. So we're going to repeat. We're going to move forward. If path. See, it says left, but oh, my bad. Okay. I honestly think it says left, but I think I need to turn right. I know the past couple times that's not how we did it, but I'm just looking at it and I really think it has to be that way. Because the path is to the left, but based on how we're rotating to the right. So we're going to hit run. Oh, it's the squirrel's left, not my left. Okay, that's where I was confused. So it is to the right, yeah. I was looking, I'm like, okay, this is my left, but the squirrel's left is technically this one. Okay. We did it! Yes! Nice. Hit continue. We are almost done, and I've just hit streaming for an hour. So we're almost done. Ah, there's a video. The F and else block. Yes. My favorite. I'm gonna pause that. All right, so I'm going to mute my mic, and I will see you after the video plays. All right, so I already explained the if and else statement. So basically, what we're going to be doing is if there's a path ahead, then just keep moving forward. If there is not, then turn. Now, based on where the acorn is, we don't want to turn, so we can literally put any block in there and we'll be fine. So the if else blocks checks a condition and then does one thing or another. To get into the acorn, try to use this new block. And we're going to hit a run. Oh, I actually did need the turn left block. My bad. I was saying you could put anyone in there. No, no, no. You did need the left block. If I said right, I would have gone to the icy cold water. So, yeah. I didn't think that one ahead. I was like, oh, I know this. Got ahead of myself there. But yeah, isn't that cool that a computer can detect that and know how to do that? Was that off screen? Probably. All right, one more practice of the if-else block. Can you get it right on your first try? Do I get an achievement? Let's try to get it right on our first time. This is really easy. So if there's path ahead, then move forward. If there's not, we need to turn clockwise. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, I don't know if we get anything special if we do it on our first try. It's just like a little challenge. And whether these tutorials tell you to do it on your first try or not, it could be a little challenge, but don't get discouraged if you don't get on your first try. It really is okay if you don't. We all make mistakes. And there's probably going to be a congratulations vid at the end of this one. I've been wrong the past couple times. There has not been. Okay. Can you just add 3 blocks to help me solve a more complex maze? If you do it right, I can walk any curvy path no matter the length. Hurry, the ice is melting. It's not actually melting, so don't worry about this part. But it's a fun little thing to do, but I don't, this might add some pressure onto people. So if path ahead, move forward. If path to the right, we want to turn right, else we will turn left. And this is really cool because it's an if statement, if and else statement inside an if and else statement. So if the path is ahead, then you want to move forward. Else, you would, again, well, not you, but the computer would check if you had to turn right, and you would turn right, else you would turn left. And this could make it so that I could draw my, I technically can't, but let's just say I can. I could draw my own maze, use the same code, and it would still perfect it, and it wouldn't have not known that I had made this maze or anything. And it wouldn't have known ahead of time. But because of the type of code we have here, it automatically knows how to detect what is a path and what is not. And that's really cool. See? Scratch is detecting which way he can and cannot go. All on his own. Loved it. Show code. And isn't that amazing? Look at that. Now we're going to hit finish. And others, you tricked me. There's a video at the end. You tricked. How could you? So I'm going to mute my mic, and I'll see you after the video. So the video kind of glitched out. It played the audio, but the video wasn't playing, so I had to stop it. So I had to watch it again. But yeah, because usually at the end of these lessons, most of the times there's always a video before you get to do the last little bit. So when it didn't, I was like, oh, okay, there's no video. Because I think the last lesson or a lesson before that, there wasn't a video. But when I completed it, there wasn't like a surprise video at the end. So I was like, you tricked me. There was a surprise video and I didn't know it. So yeah, I'm going to mute my mic and now watch the video again. Alright. So they were saying that, yeah, what happened? My certificate? My certificate, yes! So in the video they were saying that some of the basic concepts we just learned is some of the concepts they use in self-driving cars and in the Mars rover Curiosity. Because it was the, if this, then do this, the if and else statements and the repeat functions. And they were saying, you may think you haven't learned a lot in your first hour, but you actually learned a lot. And there are the basic things you have learned that even programmers of huge things, whether it's huge games and movies or whatever, or things at NASA, use to this day. And they always use. And they were saying that anyone, young or old, doesn't matter how old you are or whatever, anyone can do it. So yeah, I have my certificate. I'm going to, as always, fill this off screen. I don't know necessarily why. I mean, the name I put in here is the name of my Twitter, so it's not that special, but And then, of course, you can print off these certificates. Just put in your name. It doesn't have to be your real name. It could be your nickname or whatever. Hit submit, and then you can just right-click on it and hit save as. And you can just save it, and there you go. And you can also print it off, and it's really nice. It's awesome. So that's going to be it. I've streamed for 1 hour and 10 minutes. So technically, that did take me an hour because the first 10 minutes of the stream, I talked and I didn't actually code. So technically, this did take me an hour. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this stream. If you have any other questions, please feel free to at me on Twitter or leave your comments below. I'll try my best to answer them. I'm still learning some code myself, but if it comes to some of the basic concepts, then that's fine. I also have I'm working on it still, but I do have a list of other websites you can learn coding from. That's either on your mobile device. It's only Android now since I don't own any Apple products, so I never had to go look for Apple products. So I do have a list though for the different, and they're mostly all free. Some of them you could upgrade and get a few extra bits, but most of them are all free, whether it's on the web or on your Android device. So I do have that list. If you want, then just contact me either on Discord, YouTube, or Twitter, or player.me. I am on player.me. Basically, whatever I'm on and you can message me and I can see it, then you can contact me there. And I hope you all enjoyed this. Now go do your own hour of code, whether it be the one we just did or one of the other ones. There are a lot to choose from, and I plan to do them all, except for about 3 because it's just something about it. So, yeah. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are doing the Play Lab, I believe. Yeah, we're doing the Infinity Playlab. Infinity as in Disney Infinity. So we're going to be using Disney characters. I've actually never done that one. Most of the Hour of Codes we've done so far, I have done before, except for the first new Minecraft one and the App Lab. I actually have not done those, but the other ones, I mostly have done those before. So this one should be new. I don't think I've done the Infinity Playlab. I could be wrong. It was last year, but we'll see. So I will see you all tomorrow. The website I use, by the way, again, is code.org, and this is not a sponsored stream by them. I just really wanted to do this for the celebration of the Hour of Code week. So yeah. And then we go to the course catalog to make sure it really is the Infinity Playlab. Don't want to get any of your hopes up if it's not. So I also have not done the sports one before. Yeah, so tomorrow is the Infinity Playlab. And we only have four-ish days left of the Hour of Code, unless, like I said earlier, I get an email from a newsletter from people saying, hey, we just got a new Hour of Code thing. Would you like to try it? I'll be like, can I stream on it? So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. Go check out this stuff. Do it yourself. Yes, I did what, Mom? Yes, she said, yes, you did. I'm like, yes, I did what? No. I'm saying I've never done it before. I have done the Flappy Code and the Classic Maze and the Frozen and the Star Wars and some of the Minecraft ones. I did them all last year. My point was that I will actually have not done one before, like the prior to this. No, yes, I have done it. No, I just did it. But prior to the stream, I've never done it before. That was my point. Yeah. My whole point was that we'll finally have one I didn't do before, before the stream. But no, so the sports one I've never done before. The first new Minecraft one, Hero's Journey, I hadn't done before because it was new. The App Lab I hadn't done, and next will be these last three. Actually, I don't think I've done any of these. Yeah, so it'll be something new for me as well. Yay! It still probably won't take me as long as an hour, but we'll see. So, I will see you all tomorrow for the Infinity Playlab. And that's Disney characters, by the way. So, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!